Hello. It's Friday. I've increased the weight in my backpack by another 250 grams. So now we are carrying 25.5 kilos in the backpack, out for an hour on my lunch break today. And hopefully from now on getting back to some sort of consistency, because as I mentioned in previous videos, the last few weeks have been very busy with work and I've not had much time to be doing my weight training sessions in the morning, doing my rucking in the lunch times. And when I have, it's just been feeling a little less planned, a bit more chaotic, I don't know. But things are easing up now and I should be able to go back to my twice a week, Monday, Friday, the occasional weekend day or another day in the week when I can. Consistent hour of rucking, gradually progressing with the weight I'm carrying every week or two, upping it by a bit. And hopefully fitting in my little short weight training sessions as well in the morning, now that one of my daughters is back to school, some holidays are finished, so frees up a little bit more time in the morning once she's gone to school. I think really it's been very inconsistent for the past couple of weeks, and that's what I've realized, is that consistency with all of this is really important. Building a routine that you can stick to is kind of how you get results in the end. The foundation to all of this and the progress that I want to see is going to come from having a routine that I can stick to consistently, something that I enjoy doing. Because when you're inconsistent and you just, I don't know, go full on for a short time and then you back off again, you can't stick to it, then progress doesn't come from that. It doesn't come from those one-off efforts. It comes from effort over a sort of long sustained period of time, gradually progressing 1% at a time, small wins. For me, the structure that works is Monday and Friday, lunch break, get out for an hour, do the rucking, which gets me strength training and cardio done in one. 25 kilos in the backpack always minimum, but last week I did 2 or 3 rucks with an extra 250 grams in. Today I've increased that again, so now I'm carrying 25.5 kilos and probably feeling it a little bit today. Maybe my shoulders are a little bit more tired than normal. I'm not sure. It's only a marginal sort of small increase, so the idea is you don't notice it week on week, but as 10 weeks goes by and 20 weeks goes by, we will have really stepped up the weight we're carrying, and that will be helping push my body to adapt to that change and hopefully be, looking stronger, feeling stronger, becoming more efficient at carrying that heavier weight on the back. Then when I'm also working from home, which is typically a Monday and a Friday, drop my daughter off at school. Then when I get back, I've got a small window of time to do a half an hour weight training session, which typically is 3 sets on 3 exercises, so 9 sets total. One of those exercises will be either squats or deadlifts, and then the other one will be a compound movement for upper body, like dips or incline bench press or shoulder press or pull-ups of some sort. And then the third exercise will be something smaller, like bicep curls, tricep extensions, those kind of things. And then what I've also started doing now is getting those main workouts in on the Monday and Friday, but then also I keep a set of 10 kilo dumbbells by my desk when I'm working from home. So throughout the day, if I'm on a meeting, or just periodically throughout the day when I feel like it, I get up and do a set of bicep curls or a set of tricep extensions or a set of shoulder presses, and just try and get a few extra sets in. So when you combine those extra sets with the core workout in the morning, probably getting quite a good little weight training session done. And I can only really do that twice a week. I combine that with the rucking on those days as well, so those are my intense days, and that fits in with my routine. Tuesday, Wednesday, Friday are typically in London, and if I'm commuting to London, there's walking to the train station, walking back from the train station, and I get out and do a walk on my lunch break as well. So there's probably at least an hour and a half of walking a day, not with any weights or anything, just kind of recovery walking, get things moving, burn some extra calories. And that's that. If I have an extra day working from home for whatever reason, I try to just pick up my normal Monday and Friday routine and do it there. And then on the weekend, ideally, if I had a stress-free life and I was 100% dedicated to just fitness, then I would probably be trying to squeeze in longer rucking sessions and maybe even a weight training session on the weekend. But there's always something going on at the weekend, social occasions, your children's social life, kids' parties, all that sort of stuff. And then at the moment we're doing quite a lot of, me and my wife are doing quite a lot of house renovation stuff, so there's lots of planning, organising and doing a lot of the work ourselves. So that's physical, it's tiring. If I'm doing all that on the weekend, I can't fit in a workout as well, or rucking, so it's kind of not happening at the moment on the weekend. But overall, it does represent a fairly active lifestyle, I think, and it's a routine that I can stick to. It's not too much, and I think it's just enough that it's giving me results. Like, it works for me. Maybe it wouldn't work for everyone, but then this is kind of what I want to say, is that your routine is a personal thing. You really have to think logically rather than just following someone else's plan and what they do and what worked for them. If it doesn't fit your lifestyle, you won't be able to stick to it. Motivation's only going to get you so far. And then these days I try to make everything about convenience. Like, can I conveniently fit this in to my life? And if I can, then it's going to work. And if I can't, then I know I'm not going to stick to this. So let's just find something else. And that applies to diet as well. And gradually just improving things over time and figuring out what works well in the moment. Like, sometimes I've been very motivated for the diet and I'll put a lot of effort into tracking calories and macros and preparing all these meals. And then sometimes I'm just too busy, like work's taken over. I haven't got the time spare to be cooking and preparing all this stuff. And you can see yourself kind of reaching for more convenient foods that don't really fit with your goals. I found that just by recognizing that and thinking like, God, this isn't working for me at the moment, like I've gone off track with what I should be eating and I know this isn't right. Like this week, I just completely changed things. I got on the supermarket Iceland and in the UK and ordered a bunch of these MyProtein ready meals, and they're sort of between 40 and 60 grams of protein, around 400 to 500 calories each, and they're not too expensive. So for a couple of weeks, while I'm busy, while I don't have time to cook and put the effort into the planning on the nutrition side, let's just get a load of these ready meals that I know I can sort of eat 3 of them and be absolutely fine within my limits. Have a protein shake for breakfast, 3 meals that are already done that get me the protein and the right calories, and just make it really convenient so that for a couple of weeks we're not worried about cooking. It is a bit more expensive than preparing all the food from scratch, but then it saved me a load of time. So time is money and it's probably worth it overall. yeah, just finding options, like taking time to, before the week starts, kind of have a little bit of a plan for the week. Like, okay, I know what I'm doing Monday, Friday, I know what I'm doing with my exercise, what's going to happen this week. Where are we with food? Have I got my meals sorted? Do I need to prep everything? Bit of planning, figure out what's going to work for the week you've got coming up ahead, and just find a way. And as you keep changing things up a little bit and adapting, you know, you find what works and what doesn't work. And again, it's all personal. You just got to find the sort of cheat codes that will allow you to achieve the goals that you want.